come to check my guy Big Narstie today. Come, don't stop. What you saying to me, Black?
Alright.
Good to see you, man.
Big up Mr. P, you know.
Every time, Black.
Bro.
Come on, Black.
Nice.
Nice.
Shit. This is my CBD steam room. So basically, you know, instead of a normal steam room, the effects of a normal steam room getting things out of your pores, I then pump 10,000 milligrams of the maddest thing from Jaja, yeah? With no THC, so it's good for sports, athletes and so forth. Won't come up with your drug test or nothing, you're like 100% for medical purposes. Takes away inflammation, sorts out your blood levels, you get me? Basically, just starts attacking bad stuff in your body like racist policemen. You know them ones there, fam.
I know them way there.
You know them ones there, fam.
Come on, man.
Yeah, attacking that. And then boom, see after 20 minutes out of there, you feel like, you make soup and little bits of potato and pumpkin at the bottom.
Come on.
Break down.
Yeah, come on.
That's
Yeah.
how you feel. Like a little piece of soup. And then you just wobble out of here, get changed up, and then you go to the therapy room.
And you know the thing as well, I remember when you first spoke to me about doing it, like, now you put it into action.
This is our boxing set. This is base boxing. We do the boxing classes, like my boy Rids. He does all the boxing lessons and so forth. Downstairs is more my thing, the cage. I'm on the gorilla thing. So, boom, up here, Salah puts me through my thing. 1,000 kicks. No one's there.
1,000 kicks, you know.
Sets 100, 10 sets 100.
10 sets 100. Don't fear the man that practices 100 different kicks. Fear the man that practices one kick 100 times.
He ain't lying! He ain't lying.
You saying you got a new single come out today, innit?
Yeah, shit, yeah, my new tune just came out today called Everyday, featuring heavy trackers. Man, went for the old school vibe. I got a Wookiee sample in it, large up Wookiee. You know them ones there?
Pioneers.
Old school. Everything is like a battle we shall overcome.
They don't even understand the depth
Come on,
of the
fam. Patrick Clocks, loafers, wearers.
Come on, the BAFTA award the other day, I like.
Yeah, I got a BAFTA, bruv. All forgot that.
Man, I know. Nasty got a BAFTA the other day. What was that for, the show?
Yeah, Big Narstie show, best entertainment show. Flipping, we start filming the next one very soon. Don't know if I come down and take it in.
Yeah, man, just let me know when I'm coming.
Yeah, no, bro.
Like, just let me come catch the bed.
Man, just trying to keep it original. You know the ones there? Original and most important, Rastafari stands alone.
Always, yeah.
When I collapsed on Bake-Off, I went flipping 9 days with only 6 hours sleep, and I don't do cocaine for
Ever. Never.
You get what I mean? So I literally just pushed my body to its limits. I remember I came off like celebrity break-off, and I just started feeling weird. And then, you get me? And that was just like a sign that, raw. Man, have to look after myself. What's the point of having money when you can't spend it? Yeah, I got the Big Narstie show. My Smoking Grown Folk EP came out 2 months ago. It's doing alright. New song every day. I've got more songs coming out. I've got a song with Sizzler. I've got some Snoop Dogg about to drop as well. You get me?
Sizzler and Snoop, they've left.
But
they're recording already, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I have to hear that in the car in a minute, but I know you've got that there already. I'm hearing that Sizzler and Snoop Dogg.
That's the 2 notes from my restaurant in Tenerife, man.
That's what I was going to talk about as well. What are we saying on the restaurant there? Is it a yard food restaurant or?
Yeah, man. First ever Jamaican yard shop in Tenerife. Like, there's been stalls and stuff, but a proper restaurant setting to like everyone else. And do you know what it is? What made me? But I got a brethren called Mo, and his family, over their restaurants and stuff. And when he sat down and he broke me down, like, his dad came here from Bangladesh, bruv. Yeah, in the early 80s, could only say 4 or 5 words English. Like, not illiterate. Only skills my man had is that his grand taught him how to cook. Masala, alagobi, the rest of it. You get what I mean? My man saved up, he did some cleaning shifts, whatever, saved up his little money, bought a small little shop, and started cook what his grandma taught him to cook. You get me?
From there, build up a
From that thing there, they man, they got bare restaurants. You get what I mean? The prime essence came down, their cultural food. So me and you right now, we go on a road trip and we're in the maddest ends. There's 2 things we know we're always going to find in that end, a Chinese and an Indian.
every time.
You get what I mean? Because they've never been afraid to take their culture around the world and set up with it. They may not be able to offer you a jerk chicken, but they can offer you a banging egg fried rice. This is what we do. This is what we function with, what we're proud of. With the Jamaican community, we don't look at our rice and peas and oxtail as something that could change our life.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Fully.
Like what grandma and mum made with that chicken is just a standard thing what we eat. It's not something what, but newsflash, a Filipino guy has never tasted that all-purpose seasoning before. They don't know what pimento seed is. They've never had coconut milk covered in their rice. I'm about to do the curry wars, So basically,
What's the curry wars?
basically the curry wars is where I'm going to get each nationality's curry, and we're going to do a big thing about it. Remember, India man have made a lot of money and they've got a lot of kids.
Everyone's
for
got a curry, but every country's got a curry.
You get what I mean? So they've been the new, got a lot of kids for private education.
Yeah,
You get what I mean? So boom, I think the Jamaican curry goes 10-10. But how about this though? The next man thinks, right, green Thai curry's the shit. So how about we just do the curry wars? So boom, but we do it in segments. So Jamaica versus Barbados, Trinidad and Guyana. You get me? The Guyanese are deep in the curry and the roti and the Trini. You get what I mean? But you know us yard man, you know we don't get small man, small man.
No, I was gonna say I don't really know about the.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Half of this thing with people doing business here, and even I keep trying to force, make people drink this man's every celebrity you know, down to Pound, down to me, down to Jay-Z, Ed Sheeran, we are only famous because people like us. Do you get it?
I'm not even big like you, man, but I'll take it.
No, what do you mean, fam? Fam, for a person to not watch something else and say they're gonna watch your podcast, they like you.
100.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So for them to like you, you've had to do something for that.
Yeah.
You've had to give them an energy or something worth liking. But the price and the curse of them liking you is two things. The same way we approve their commodity of saying, well, man's rating it and the stuff you're doing, they're still gonna have the opinion to say that shit as well. And that's slack. And that's you're not doing your job properly. Because this is what you signed up for. You get what I mean? We can't take half of the commodity when fam, I love the show, what you're doing.
I'm big on that. You
get what I mean?
You gotta be able to take it, you gotta take
a
whole couple shows. They're gonna talk certain things. You're putting yourself out there as a product. Everything you do, you're putting yourself out there as a product. So your skin has to be thick. You have to be able to deal with what comes with it. I know, coming from the environments that we come from, we know we've come too far. You lot can't hurt me with nothing that you say. Because man's face much worse than that already, and just to be it.
But devil's advocate now.
Go on.
We post this video, and then 700 people say, well, them and they be mad ignorant in the video. Can we then now be ignorant to the say and say, well, maybe they might have been a part of the video where we man was ignorant, Or can we say, well, fuck that, we don't care what they say. This way the balance,
100.
You understand what I'm saying?
Constructive criticism, blood.
This is
no,
what
but you
I'm
have to.
saying.
But I live off that because someone might say something real and valid in what they're saying, blood. You can't just. No man's an island. You can't just shut yourself off because certain times they'll say something. They might say, I might do a pod and they'll say, you man need to fix up the sound. There's an issue. Twos, I check it, and there's an issue in the sound. You understand? So no, shit, that's real. But you gotta know, you gotta know to be able to separate the bullshit from the real deal. You understand?
We got Rebel Racing. It was we got Rebel Racing. They just passed me still. They was like, bro, we're big in this horse thing, and thought this horse would be sick for you. So when I got to make my horse now, bro, I found out the horse was a Rasta horse, and I taught the horse the Bible commands.
It's a Rasta horse.
It's a Rasta horse.
Got locks. So you did it.
Got locks, cause 12 tribal horse, cuz.
Alright.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
Now you're bingo horse, cuz. Yeah.
Alright.
And it bites on command. That's what's even more sick. So I say, don't let no white man go. Who start flip out, dirty bubble. Who start moving mad and that. Trying to nick them and Rasta horse. You can't tell me that's not a Rasta horse.
That's a Rasta horse.
Yeah. From man say dirty bubble. Yeah. Now make them oil. He start flip out because the horse is set. So yeah, man. And he's what? He's been in the Ascot a couple times. He's doing his bits. But every time he's going to race, I'm always in Spain. So I can't wait to run some week in the race box.
Yeah, come on, levels. Because arms training in it.
Yeah, man. Arms comes through now. Right now, he's for the fighting that he's been training more so with Sensei MVP, shoot fighters.
Yeah.
The regime. I want to get to that stage where I can start training fighters with the whole campaign. Right now, most of my hair is done for boxing.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, you just take your time with it. That's the same way in my place, man. Sometimes you have to go to other spots as well. But how's Arms looking? You seen him? Like there was some advances saying like he weren't sure if he was gonna fight. Like, how's he looking? You've been around him.
Arms is good, man.
Yeah, he's good.
Arms is good. He's in good hands, man. I always say to this, yeah, don't watch today. Yeah, don't watch today. Because today can always be cool. It's about tomorrow. And I always say to people this, yeah, if a man sits down and buns his spliff or drinks his drink or smokes his cigarette, and out of 10 things his mind drifts on, and 8 of them things are fucking, because you don't have a chance out. I'm telling you, a man should be able to drift ahead and say, do you know what, fam, my man's cool, you know, it's not really a time of asking to do something and he ain't really helping me, you know. I feel like a pussy. That's how man's energy should be. Man should have that justified energy. What? You never hollered at man. Fuck you, man. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no,
it's the exchange of the negative currency.
And we know who's who as well, because there's certain man we don't want to be around.
Standard.
Stretching like, why is man just not fighting straight away? You know that one's there. That's what you say when you call your fucking shit. You know that one's there, and then you beg a man to stretch. It's the little things there. You don't know that you say, oh, all that kung fu stuff, and man's just going, because those little things make man do the kung fu stuff. So see my CBD there. It's the only reason why I can do this. And then next day train. You get me?
Yeah, recovery.
Recovery, bro. Like, I'm recovering way quicker than normal man, fam. You know when you got them in the missionary, yeah? And you stretch, yeah? No homo. You're like, right, is it hurting them? Do you think that? Because now that you're more considerate of what's going on here. I'm telling you, fam. I've been doggying way more since I've been stretching. Because, bro, see here, cuz. On fire, cuz. Yeah, on fire. On fire. That's not the whole fighting thing, yeah? And I'm so pissed. I got into it so late and I'm so happy my little brother's into it so early. The things that I learned in the 4 years from Salah and MVP and the Blind Monk and Sensei Luke, yeah? The need to fight doesn't exist anymore. Because man is getting set out. I get my face kicked in 3-4 times a week. As much as I'm fighting, I'm getting my ass whooped as well. It's a correspondence of energy going. So see when I'm out on the road, the insecurities of even being able to protect myself, I don't even have that insecurity. That's the first thing.
Because it's easy to be the hammer, it's hard to be the nail. Waiting there, while I'm in my gym, you know yourself. In there you know yourself, man. You learn to know yourself in there. And then you see certain things out there, it's nothing to you. You don't feel like you got nothing to prove. You understand?
And a lot of young G's, if they train and fight it, yeah, half of the stuff on the road that they do with Boris, they wouldn't do.
But you've got a confidence level, like, your confidence is up. Your confidence is up.
You know what I mean?
Fully.
Real shit, fam.
Fully.
That's why I think this should be more of a standard thing. I think more as a punishment of like sending man to jail detention centers. We're supposed to be sending man to boot camps.
Yeah.
Like fighting boot camps where education is part of it, but man are getting to do. Remember, you gotta think, everyone has a trigger in them why they do certain things. Ironically from how they were raised in their house, an issue of what's happened to them, woman issue, or just general life. When you get past the age of 12 and 13, systemically, you're not allowed to display any emotions in the world, in how society sees it. After the age of like 13, 16, of coming towards a teenager, showing emotion is a bad thing. You having an outburst in the room, no one would say, right, it's an emotional. I would say he doesn't know how to control himself. Emotion then becomes in a box. What happens with an emotion in a box? It festers and fills in different ways. So a man who's going home in a fucked up living situation, partly upset with his mum, he takes it out on other man on road, he takes it out on man in school. Man is having a problem with their baby mum. He takes it out on man on road, he can't take it out on home. You know what I mean? It's a spiral center. So the things that people use to take out their frustrations, 9 times out of 10, it's nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? It's like that road rage. You just had a mad argument with your baby mum, jump in your car, man cut you up. The first bang in the face was for the violation of the whip. Everything else, your baby mum calling you a dickhead, that he didn't deserve that. But you couldn't differentiate at the time. He was just the best vessel to get it all out. So you see when you're in these environments and you get best, bro, one time here, Sensei told me to keep my hand up. Weren't listening, bro. Jabbed me in my lip, bro. You know I tried to do the smash, he floored me. Quick things, bro. But the building of anger can't be everything.
Yeah, so that was it. Another little trip. Man just come Big Narstie's gym, mashed a little train and got to speak to my brethren. I hadn't spoken to him for a little while, so good to catch up. It's another one. Pound Sterling riding solo today. Large up Big Doug every time. Whole gang, whole team. We move. Stat!